A very good morning, students. Today we will begin with the new lesson, lesson number 3.1, Gardens and Gardening. So, as usual, I would like to start with the reading of the paragraph and then I'll explain. So, see the first paragraph. A garden is a plot of land on which flowers or vegetables or both are grown. In fact, a garden can be any place set aside for plants of all kinds, flowers, herbs, fruit, or vegetables. The plants in a garden are grown in an ordered way so they are beautiful to look at. For students, see here, you can see in the second line, set aside. It means what? Saved or reserved for a particular purpose. Saved or reserved for a particular purpose. Second is herbs. Herbs mean plants whose seeds are used in medicine. Okay? Or also to give flavor to food we use herbs. And here it is given ordered and so. Ordered means carefully or well arranged. So means in order that or with the intention or purpose that. Now, first I want to tell you that what is a garden. Let's start with a small introduction that what is a garden. A garden is a planned space. Usually we have seen in outdoors and also it can be in indoors, a set aside for the display, cultivation or enjoyment of plants and other forms of nature. Or in other word I can say a piece of ground where we can cultivate flowers, fruits or vegetables according to our need. Now students, in the first paragraph it is given that a garden is a place. Here first, a garden is a plot of land on which flowers or vegetables or both are grown is given. So, a garden is a place where we can grow fruits or vegetables and we can set or arrange a garden anywhere outside of our home and make our home look beautiful with the various plants and flowers. Now there are different types of herbs we may grow in our garden, like basil plants. We all have basil plants. Basil is what, students? Tulsi plant. That is called basil in English. So basil plant, which is work as true medicine and also provide fresh oxygen to us. We can grow coriander, mint, lemongrass, curry leaves, carom also known as ajwain, etc. All these we can grow in our gardens. And people have used herbs for their healing properties for centuries. And also herbs remain as popular as ever. The plant in a garden are grown in such a way so that it will look beautiful and make our home or house look beautiful. Now children, one important thing, we have now gone through the importance of herbs, that it works as a true medicine. And I have given one example of this true medicine is basil plant. Nowadays during this pandemic we all are taking kadha at home in which this basil leaves, that is tulsi leaves, is very important part. So that is working as a true medicine. And also plant is useful to make our garden and to make our home look beautiful. Now come to second paragraph where we will learn what is gardening and the process of it. So let's start. What it is given in the second paragraph, the activity of planting and taking care of gardens is called gardening. Just now we have learned that what is garden, and now in this paragraph it is given that what is gardening. So, what is gardening? The activity of planting and taking care of gardens is called gardening. It is an activity that brings us joy as well as satisfaction. All of us make plans for the future, and how happy do we feel when those plans comes to life? In the activity of gardening also we make endless plans, and when those plants blossom into lovely plants and flowers, our hearts are filled with deep joy and pride. Grow a plant and then see how happy you feel when the plant bears its first fruits. Now here students, few meanings are given here. Come to life. The meaning of come to life, start to act or come into an action. Then blossom into it means grow into or develop into lovely plants and flowers. So what is gardening, students? I want to repeat this. What is gardening? The activity of planting and taking care of gardens is called gardening. Now what is given in this paragraph is all about gardening. Now students, we are living on this earth and also have prepared many things for our future. That is, we try to almost plan everything for our coming life. Likewise, in the process or activity of gardening, we make endless plans. Those who love to gardening, for them. For example, if we used to grow any plant and then we wait to blossom into lovely flowers, it means that develop into lovely flowers, and when we see flowers, our heart filled with joy. Filled with joy, it means happiness, and also feel proud on that. If any one of you have done this, then it's good. If not, students, try to do this. Try to grow a plant and feel the happiness when the plant bears its fruits and flowers, or I can say when the plant bears its first flowers and fruits. How happy you will feel. Just feel it. Now, second, come to here. The topic is we will learn related to the kinds of garden. The next topic is kinds of garden. Do you know, children, the different types of garden? Here we can see there are many types of garden, many kinds of garden. First here see gardens grown around houses. Second, window box gardens, container gardens, bottle gardens, indoor gardens, greenhouse gardens, kitchen gardens, market gardens, botanical gardens, terrariums, and many others garden we have. Now students, I want to show you some pic of all these gardens. In first, we have seen gardens grown around houses. First, gardens grown around houses. Then second, we have learned about window box gardens. I'll explain you all these later. First, see the picture and try to understand that what is all these types of gardens can be. So window box gardens, by the name also you can understand. Container garden is like this. Then come to bottle garden. In this way we can arrange bottle garden. In a bottle we can grow plants. And then indoor gardens, which look very beautiful and pretty. Then come to greenhouse garden. Then we have kitchen gardens, which we can use in our kitchen, the fresh vegetables. Then market garden, then botanical gardens, and the last one is terrarium. Now students, just now we have seen there are the different types of gardens, different kinds of garden we have learned about, and in this paragraph we will see the description related to the different types of garden. So I would like to read this. A long narrow box fixed outside a window is called a window box. And window box gardens we have gone through with that. A long narrow box fixed outside a window is called a window box. Here you can see in the picture also, this is window box garden and a long narrow box fixed outside a window. We can also do this at our home. People who don't have the land for growing a garden outside often have very small gardens in window boxes. The people, those who don't have enough space, sufficient space to grow plants, what they used to do? They just do this window box gardens. They just plant window box gardens. Now, sometimes they grow gardens on balconies and terrace also. What is terrace, students? A gallery or a flat roof. So, those who don't have sufficient space, they used this window boxes also. They use their windows, and also they grow gardens or they plants on their balconies also. They use their balconies to grow plants, and terrace also, that is their roof. Plants can be also grown in small containers like boxes and bottles. As I have shown you in the pictures that bottle gardens are also there and container gardens are also there. So we can adopt all these kinds of gardens activity. Then a terrarium is also a container garden. I have also shown you the image of terrarium in which we have a container, and inside the container we can plant. Okay. So it is a box with sides of glass and in which plants can be grown. A greenhouse is a building with glass sides and a glass roof. Plants that need protection from cold weather are usually grown in a greenhouse. I'll explain this, students. Let me first complete this. A kitchen garden is a household garden in which vegetables and fruits are grown. A market garden is a small farm where vegetables are grown for sale. A botanical garden is an area of land where plants and trees are grown for scientific study. Now, all these are given here in the book that I have read over here. Now students, I want to repeat this again. Do you know, children, what is botanical garden? Let me tell you. A botanical garden is a garden where we can see a wide range of collection of various plants. And these plants and trees are also there, and that all that we used for scientific purpose, scientific study. A wide range of collection of various plants. Now, what is terrarium? Terrarium, it is usually a sealable glass container containing soil and plants and can be opened for maintenance to access the plants inside. It means we can open that container for maintenance purpose if we want to access the plants inside whatever we have grown. It can also be kept open to the atmosphere. We can also keep it outside of our home and even inside. Now children, generally it happens that many people don't keep space for garden. So basically what they do, they like to grow plants and also they love gardening, to do gardening. But due to not having enough space, they have to adopt various options to grow plants, and they just try to make, I have explained you this garden, that is window box garden, container gardens, bottle gardens, like this. They create their garden, they prepare their garden like this. Instead of the different types of garden, we have greenhouse. And what is greenhouse, students? I have read over here that a greenhouse is a building with glass sides and a glass roof. Plants that need protection from cold weather are usually grown in a greenhouse. Not only from cold weather, it also protects the plants from summer sun rays also. Here you can see how greenhouse look. Now, after this, one more thing I want to explain you that is greenhouse create to shield or cover plants that should not be destroyed by any harmful radiation of the sun, or even not with cold. We have learned this, that plants that need protection from cold weather are usually grown in a greenhouse. So we see, students, in summer the sun is too much bright and its ultraviolet rays is very much harmful and it badly affect many plants. And you all might have seen that to protect the plants in summer season, people used green shade cloths, as it is believed that light colors reflect the sun's heat. And also, children, you might have heard this also, that in summer we should not wear dark colored dress, as it behave like filters and receive sunlight easily. So in a similar way, to protect the plants, we use greenhouse. Hope you all have understood this greenhouse properly and the various types of garden. Now students, see the next paragraph, what it is given. Some gardens are grown to suit a certain kind of soil or climate, such as we have rock gardens or desert gardens. Some have a particular style of planting, such as Japanese or English. Some have only one kind of plant in all its varieties, such as a rose garden. Others may have plants or just one or two particular colors. In fact, the possibilities are endless. In this paragraph, it is given that a certain kind of soil are there which is very much useful to grow different types of plants. It means, students, according to the soil we can grow crops or we can grow plants on that. For example, I can say that there are 6 types of soil. Might you all have know this? 6 types of soils are clay soil, that are lumpy and sticky to touch. Number 2 is sandy soil, that is dry. Silty soil, that are smooth. Peaty soil, number 4, dark in color. Usually it is dark in color and soft to touch. Number 5 is chalky soil. By the name you can understand that chalky soil, it means it is dry to touch. Number 6, last one, is loamy soil, that is soft and also dry to touch. Now according to the soil, we should grow the plants. Now students, we also have rock gardens and desert gardens, in which we can grow plants that can be tolerable by rock and desert. You all know very well desert garden include thorny plants like cactus, rose, all these. Many have various style of planting whereas others have one kind of plant in all its varieties. Like if I am talking an example of rose garden, it has various colors, you all know, that can be planted. The possibilities are endless. We can grow plants that can be in different colors. The more we have space, we can grow more plants. Now, next topic is a garden of your own. A garden of your own is given, it means, let's see what are the points we should follow if we want to grow plants by our own. So in the first paragraph, I would like to start with the reading. Before planning a garden of your own, you must make sure of certain things. The most important thing to know is the kind of plants that will grow well in that climate, soil, and space. You must also take into account the supply of water you have for watering the plants. Look at what other people in your neighborhood are growing. Ask for their advice. Then decide what you would like to grow yourself. Flowers or vegetables. Plants that will look pretty or plants that can be put to some use. First thing is to have knowledge, students, here is regarding the climate, soil, and obviously space. We must have space for garden. Now, the plants that you have chosen to grow should match with the climate. First thing, we should see the plants which we are choosing to grow should be matched with the climate, and also the soil should be chosen according to the plants. Like if we are choosing any kind of cactus plants to grow, then we must have a kind of sandy soil with us. So likewise according to the plants, and yes, sufficient space must be available to grow plants or for gardening. Second thing is what? You should be aware about the supply of water for the plants or for watering the plants, which is a very important part. Without water, you can't grow a plant. If your neighbor has garden, then it will be better if you will take advice of them. After this, decide by yourself that which kind of garden would you like to prepare for yourself. It should be flowers that will give a pretty look or a beautiful look, or you want to grow vegetables in your garden that you can use. Now, having decided all this, you will have to take some simple steps to grow a successful garden. Now, few steps we will see over here to grow a successful garden, how we can grow a successful garden. Everything that grows needs light, air, water, and food. Everything that grows, it means for us also, for living beings, it means for human beings, we are a human beings. For us also, for to grow, we need light, air, water, and food. Without all these things, we can't survive in this world. So, likewise, plant also need light, air, water, and food to grow. Plants too need all these things. And to grow a successful garden, the following steps are recommended. Following are the recommendation has been here given here. First is choose a site that has good soil and light. First we have to choose a place where the plant should get a good soil and also it should get light. And you people know this, that without light your plant will not be survived. Why? Because with the help of light only, sunlight only, the leaves of the plant get their food with the help of photosynthesis. And second thing, what you will do, dig the soil to make it loose. It is very much necessary, students, to dig the soil and to make it loose so that air can get into it. If you will dig the soil, it will be loose and air can be passed to the soil, and if air can be passed to the soil, it means our plants that we are planning to grow, it will get air through the soil. So it is very much necessary that we should lose the soil after digging it. Add suitable plant food manure or fertilizer to the soil. So fertilizer, whatever we want to put the fertilizer, we can put to the soil as a plant food. Rake the soil to make it fine and to get rid of stones and weeds. Rake the soil to make it fine. It means we have to clear the soil. It should not contain any kind of grass in it, so that our plant will grow in a perfect way. Follow the instruction for planting very carefully. Whatever the instruction till now we have learned, if we will follow all this, so our plant will grow successfully. Then feed, water and weed regularly. We have to feed our plant. Then water our plant. Feed means we have to give manure, we have to fertilize it. And water, we have to give water. It is very important part of plant. We have to water our plant, like we every day we need water. Likewise our plant will also need water. Like how you care for yourself, you have to care for your plant also. And weed regularly, it means if you will see any small grass over there, you have to move that. Next is take suitable measures to check plant diseases and to get rid of harmful insects. We have to put some pesticides to remove all the harmful insects which will be destroying our plants. Now pick flowers, fruits, vegetables at regular intervals. It will result in their continuous supply. If we will picking our flowers, fruits, vegetable, whatever will be there in a regular way, it means it will give a good result. It means our plants will grow properly. Now, most important of all, do not try to do too much too soon. Start with a few plants that you know will grow well in your area. After looking to your neighbor, you maybe know that which kind of soil you have in your house. So according to that, you must try to plant it. But the most important thing is what? Do not try to do too much and too soon. You don't have to do anything very soon. Learn all you can from gardening books and other gardeners. Whoever the gardener is there near to your house, you can ask to the gardener. And also gardening books are also available. You can also take help from that. Let your garden grow slowly. As you will see that if your garden will grow slowly, if you will plant, first start with a few plants. Grow few plants and see what is the result of that if you are growing a few plants. And after you will be successful, then try to make your gardens look more beautiful by growing more plants, by adding more plants in it. It will become bigger as you know more and more. If one of your plants dies, find out the reason. If any one plants, if it is dying in your garden, then try to find out the reason that why it dies and take care that the same thing does not happen again. After that, after knowing the reason, you will be able to know that why that plant dies and you won't do that mistake again. And students, try to plant at your home also or near to home also. And the next paragraph, I'll explain this in the next video. Thank you, students.